Welcome to Pilates at Play. I'm Trisha, and I wanted to go over some issues that a lot of people have with Pilates because so much of Pilates involves lifting up. Everybody knows the classic move called hundreds, where you're floating your legs up, arms are up, you lift up forward, and then you're inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, and then you're going through all of these different Pilates moves that require being up like this. And so the main thing that people experience is sore necks. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can get around a sore neck. And one of my favorite ways is using a ball. You can use, this is a Franklin massage ball, and so it gives you tactile sensation. Some people don't like the tactile sensation of the pokey things. And then also just a normal ball, 4 square size. They're called body balls or yoga balls or Pilates balls. So when you use one of these, you want to place it so that it's right around the shoulder blade line, so that it's holding you up in this position while you're lifted up. It holds you right up in that perfect position where the head is facing forward. You want to have that level head so that it's not straining the neck. And you also want to think of projecting the weight of the head over the core of the body. Obviously, you're not really doing that, but you're feeling as though you're projecting it. So it's almost like imagining you're hooking it from the nape of the neck up over the top and then hooking it into your belly button. So with the ball back here, start off by just having a ball there, feeling it. Like right now I'm just pushing into it just to kind of feel that ball. And when you're feeling the ball, that's activating some muscles. And then the next thing you do is practice bringing your legs up in a balanced position. Anything that has air in it is going to challenge your stability, which is a good thing in itself. So I'm kind of wiggling around here because I'm on a ball. So if you're up in this position right here practicing, take your hands behind your legs and just think about that concept of the nape or the nape of the neck right up over the top, hooking it in your belly button. Bring your elbows out to the side to keep the shoulders down. So you are acquainting your body with a position that it's going to use. And so for something like hundreds, you would start off with your feet on the ground. You've got your ball right here, and you would float your legs up either together or one at a time. You can perfectly be in a tabletop. You don't have to have your legs long. And you would start right off with your arms by your sides, and let's go ahead and just do some hundreds here. So you inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And every time you exhale, just think of exhaling all the air that is in your lungs. As you're holding yourself up here, you make sure your eyes are cast low. What you're doing is the shoulders are right below the plane of the chest, and you're just kind of pumping oxygen throughout the body. The idea in Pilates, where this is sequenced, is to just kind of get all the tissues oxygenating so they're delivering oxygen throughout the body. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. If your legs are long, you're doing like that. When you're up on a ball, when you start to go down with the legs, you start to lose your position on the ball. So you just kind of keep yourself stable while you're doing it. And then when you get to the finish of it, take your hands behind the legs and again, just kind of punctuate it by pulling yourself forward, acquainting your body, filing this sensation into your body, into your little neural pathways, so they remember how to find it again. Now the nice thing about it is bend your knees, float them down, put your hands behind your head, and afterwards drop back into an extension. So you've been up in a flexion while you've been doing hundreds, and then you drop into a nice extension. Your back will thank you for it. And then when you're getting ready to come back up, help yourself come back up with your hands. And then again, you float your legs up however you want to. Single leg stretch, or another just traditional Pilates moves. Your legs are long and you're going pull, 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 pull. The second pull is always a little bit more than the first pull. and you are determining how far down you're going to let your legs go. You're also pulling, keeping the head right up here, so you're bringing the legs towards the head with each pull. Now if we were to go to double leg stretch, both legs are up. You can have your arms by your sides or behind your head, and you're lowering your legs, exhale, lifting. Now if you're down on the floor, you can lower your legs a lot further down. When you're up in a ball, you've got that stability issue. But for me, I think it's great because it challenges your stability, it challenges your core more. So now you've done some of these, and then bend your knees, come down, hands behind your head, drop back into a full extension. You're opening up all that connective tissue through your ribs. Just kind of relax here for a moment. You can even drift back and forth like you're on a little dinghy out on the sea. Nice soft little swells going on. Now you come up again. Arms come out or stay behind your head. Shoulders are below the line of the chest. You bring your legs back up. And then when you're doing a single leg stretch, you're reaching for the outside ankle. Never bring, I see people doing it like this, bringing the knee right in towards them. Don't. Make yourself work harder. Only bring the knee right over the hip socket, reaching for the outside ankle with the outside hand. You're going to feel it a lot more in your core. I'm feeling it right now, and I've been doing this for 25 years. One more on each side. Bring it in, lower your feet, hands behind your head, and drop back. Now come back up, doing crisscross. So in crisscross, you're always crossing to bring the opposite elbow towards the incoming opposite knee and bringing that outside elbow back. It's very challenging to do on a ball. Works the oblique muscles through your waist as well as the core muscles. You're exhaling with each turn. We'll do 2 more of these on each side. 1 more on each side. And then this time, bring your legs in. Just think of pushing the back down towards the floor before you go into your extension. Then float your feet down, hands behind your head, drop back into your extension. And here's where I would like to go into something called psoas release. So you take your legs together, flop them apart, put your feet together, and now your back is in a real nice, natural hyperextension that's good for it. And it's releasing out through your hips, the psoas muscle that connects to the thigh bone up through the body to the low spine. And when you get ready to come back up again, you bring your legs together, lift up, and then let's say you want to come off the ball fancy, because Pilates is all about transitions. You float your legs up, take your hands behind the legs, and remember, you can really push into your hands to help yourself. So if you take a breath, exhale, push your legs out, come up to a balanced position, put your feet down, and now I'll show you another little trick. So you can get any kind of a lightweight a towel, or I'm using a pillow slip here because it's long. It's for one of those big long pillows that nobody ever really uses maybe. So you lay it out so that you want to have the back of the rib cage anchoring it down. So once you lay it down, you also want to make sure the corners are within reach. So if you have shoulder issues or something like that, you might want to use something wider that you don't have to reach straight back to get the corners of. And for this, you would lay down. You would have the corners right here, up at the head. Grab the corners. And then first you need to really make sure your neck is prepared to be relaxed. So just kind of move the head around, tilt it around, roll it from side to side. In the meantime, you're going, okay, like I need to reaffirm where I am with my core. Now grabbing the corners of it, to protect your shoulders, you want to bring the elbows up, pointing at the ceiling. You don't want them out to the side because that puts more strain on the deltoids. So here I am, I'm going to get ready to come up, and I'm not going to use my neck. So you take a breath and exhale. You lift up the weight of the head. So now another thing that I do, see how it's up over my head? I don't know if you see that there. Okay, I like to fold it. So once it's underneath me, I'm folding it like this. So it's laying right under that little round occipital place on the skull. I call it the little baby round place, and or the Dorothy Hamill spot, for those of you that remember Dorothy Hamill. And that allows it to support just right underneath that little shelf. So I'm going to roll it here, right when I get to that little spot, grabbing the corners. I bring my elbows up. So now you can see where it is on the back of my head. Like, it really does support it well. So elbows are out front. Once you're up like this, make sure core is engaged. Float your legs up. Bring your legs up here. And then just practice inhale down and exhale back up. And inhale down and exhale back up. And inhale down and exhale back up. And inhale down. Keep it down here. Make sure your neck is still relaxed. Heels together, toes apart, frog. Inhale in and exhale and out. Inhale in, exhale and out. Inhale in, exhale and out. Inhale in, exhale and out. Then bend your knees in, kick them around, float them down. So you're always using an opportunity to load the core with the weight of the legs. Then slowly let your head down. Open the elbows out to the side. Give your hands a break, because your hands will get stronger just holding something like that. If you're senior like me, where you need to have help, strength, opening up peanut butter jar lids and stuff like that. So you just rub your hands, you pretend like you're putting on fake hand lotion. That gets the circulation going back into your hands. Kind of gets them loosened up and relieved. And then go ahead and take the corners of your towel or your pillow slip, blanket, whatever it is. Make sure it's in that right place. Elbows forward. Get ready to come up. Pull the core in, closing the ribs, flattening the abs, and sewing your navel right through the floor behind you. Take a breath. Exhale, lift the weight of the head up, not using the neck. Take another breath. Exhale as you slowly float the legs up. Reach them up to the ceiling. And now do circles. So you're holding yourself up here, which is also using the muscles through your arms. So right now, I'm getting a lot of use of muscles through my chest. I'm getting muscle use through my shoulders. I'm getting muscle use through my triceps, because I'm pulling forward against it. My biceps are also engaged. I'm circling around no lower than I can keep the back of my waist down. Going in the other direction, exhale around up. Inhale down, exhale around up. Inhale down, exhale and around up. We're going to do 3 more in this direction, because I think it's about what I did on the other side. Keep pulling into it. You'll feel the arms, hands getting fatigued. Then bend your knees, kick them around, float them slowly down, and then really relax the neck again as you're lowering the head back down. Open your elbows out to the side. This time open your arms out too, and go ahead and let your legs just kind of drop back and forth. And then start making fists and opening up your hands. So you're clenching fists, opening up hands, clenching fists, opening up hands. And anytime you're coordinating some kind of movement like this with your limbs, it's making the brain work. So you're never losing an opportunity just to help your body in some way. And again, let's see how you use this to help coming up to a balance point. Another thing that's hard for people to, is just the process of learning it. Elbows are forward. Take a breath. Exhale, lift up. Get your core down. Float your legs up in a tabletop. And now you're going to wager to let go of it. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Then you can either push slowly out with your legs to come up to a balance point, or you can, let's say, I'll put it back. Here I am. I'm up. I let go. I grab. I can bring my legs back and then kick them out. You always have that time to then refine your form once you're up. So then again, take it out of your body in some way. And it's good to know where that rounding up is coming from whenever you're doing hundreds or the lifted up forward stuff with Pilates. You have a little hinge right here in the back. It's right at the bottom of your rib cage. Okay, so the whole body is about body language, and it's about how your body expresses. So that hinge for me is like when somebody tells you something disappointing and you go, "Aww," well, that's where you collapse. But that's also where you lift up forward. And it's right straight through the body where that lifted up part is. So if you think of, for women, think of lifting up from your bra strap line, if you wear a bra. And for men, it's lifting up from the bottom of the scapula line. So when you're laying down, you're coming up 400s. And also, hundreds are called hundreds because it's 10 sets of 5 pumps during inhalation, 5 pumps exhalation, 10 of those. So in lifting up and forward, so we floated the legs up, however you want to do it, take a breath, exhale. You're lifting up from that line and give yourself time to find the line. So a lot of folks will come up just thinking, get your head up. If you come up and then you just kind of, it's a little bit of a just, and then shoulders are down, you got yourself in the right lift place, and then here you are in your place for all of your stuff up here. But remember that the spine gets its cue on where to go depending on where the pupils are. So the pupils are staring down. I always say look at your crotch. It's the most entertaining thing that's happened all day. But that keeps the head and neck and upper body in the right position. And I always end it not by coming down quick, but bend the knees in, grab, do a punctuation lift, 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 and then let go and hold it, hold it, hold it. Then go down, synchronizing the upper body with your feet. Let your legs rock back and forth. This isn't really a workout right now. It's just showing you some modifications that you can use. Another thing that helps you develop the muscles in the right place for hundreds and all that stuff, just kind of lay on your back like I am. You're going to reach your right leg out. Take your left leg in a tabletop. Take your hands behind that left leg. Take a breath, exhale, lift up, then push that left leg out. Now you see how it brings me up when I push it out? Well now, if I put my low back down right here, I'm now in that curled up position 400, and then again, you practice strengthening it by letting go, letting go, letting go, then grab as it's coming in, you're slowly laying down. Don't take your eyes off your crotch until the very last little moment. Roll your head back and forth, once on each side, or whatever. Take another breath. Exhale, lift up as you push that left leg out again. Make sure you find that place down, and then let go again. If you want to make it more challenging, you raise your arms. The weight of your arms affects how the core is handling it. Then the leg comes back in, grab, and you're lowering yourself back down. Hug that leg in. Float that leg down. Might as well do it on the other side. So always think of practicing synchronizing everything too, so that your body gets into that machinery mode of thinking. So take a breath, and as you exhale, the left leg is pressing out while the right leg is coming in. Now float that right leg up tabletop, arms up. Take a breath, exhale, lift up, hands behind that right leg, and then you're pressing out. You're here in this place. Put the low back down. Hold it. You're looking towards the crotch, and then let go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. It's coming in. You lay the head down. Again, take a breath. Exhale, lift up, pushing it out. You come up to your spot, get into it, and then arms let go. And then you can raise your arms and lower them, and raise them and lower them. Keep the eyes cast low. One more. Bend in, grab, let yourself down, hug the leg in. Float that right foot down, bring that left foot in. So now I'm going to come up and I am going to show you something else that helps develop those muscles. We're going to come up for a roll up. So as you have your body all stretched out here, you can be pushing your feet against a wall, and that's going to help you go up and down and strengthen those muscles. And if you strengthen the muscles going down, the ones that you're going to need coming up. So we're coming up right now. So the arms are up, take a breath. As you exhale, lift up and immediately imagine there's a low roof right underneath, right above you. You have to duck under it, come up. You also immediately put your arms down to the horizon of the body because you're using the weight of those arms to help you. Okay, what was I going to show you? Oh, using, I'm going to use the magic circle. There's a lot of different uses for the magic circle. Okay, we're going to go back to the initial one that I was showing you. So we're going to go back down, laying down, and gosh, might as well use another opportunity to do something. So press into the circle, drop yourself forward, duck underneath that ceiling. Always relax the legs as the low back is coming down so the knees rise and protect your back. Once you get down, go ahead and bring that right foot in. Turn the circle sideways if it's a bother to hold it from the handles or hard on hands. So I have it on the ball of the foot. I'm going to bring my leg up. Left arm up. Take a breath, exhale. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to come up to that same place I was coming to before, where I put my back down and I'm curled up here. I'm held. So I want to strengthen up these muscles that are going to help me. So arm out, take a breath, and as you exhale, bring the leg in, lift the ribs to the knee, press back out, back down. Then exhale, lift to the knee, back down. Exhale, come up, lift ribs to the knee, back out and down. Come up, lift ribs. Now just raise your arm up. It's like you're out, you got a lasso in your hand, you're trying to catch all those little haywire little calves running around. And then arm comes back down, push the leg out, drop your head forward, and just concentrate on controlling your descent. Once you get down, float the left leg up, switch. The right leg comes down, left hand holding circle, right arm up. Take a breath, exhale, you lift up, pushing away, point through the ankle, that helps as well. Once you get up, make sure shoulders are down, and you get that back down. And then, again, as you bend that knee, you lift to the knee, out, exhale, lift the ribs to the knee, out, exhale, lift the ribs to the knee, out, exhale, lift. Raise that arm up, we've got the lasso, we're swinging around, got to catch them little doggies, don't try to understand them, just rope and ride and brand them. Other direction. And then back out, and we're controlling the descent down. You can never take enough time as you're transitioning out of a move or into a move. Now put both feet in. Bend your knees in. You've got a hold of your circle. Lift up. So now take your time pushing the legs out until you feel they're out completely. So in this position, even here, shoulders are down. You're holding yourself up in this position. It's really easy to not be aware of your abs, so you just make sure they're pulled in. Then, when you drop the weight of your legs just a little bit, you can come right up to your balanced position. Once you're up in your balanced position, you just kind of refine it, holding it, holding it, holding it, to go back down, extend your arms. Now you have to find your sacrum, the back of the pelvis. So the legs come up, tuck the tail, find the sacrum down. Head comes down. Roll your neck side to side. Let's come up again. Take a breath. Exhale, you lift up. Your legs are pressing away, either from a bent in position like I did last time, or long. And then you lower the weight of the legs. You come up. You're off your sacrum. You're up more on your coccyx here, tailbone, holding yourself up here, and then just practice letting go with hands, and letting go, and letting go. And then you practice being light touch on the ring. So if you're going to bend in and press out, just think of very feathered touch on the ring. You know it's there for you to use, but you're really laying off using it too much. Then press your legs out. You got the circle on there. Sit up tall, pull back, drop forward, hook your fingers in here, right around the little handles here. That's the FU finger right here. And then drop forward and just roll the shoulders around 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other direction. And then tense up your legs, relax them, let your head fall forward, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I said that wasn't going to be a workout, but it really is a little workout. Oh gosh, it is. It's about a 25-minute workout. But you're going to be better with your form, and you're going to learn more about how to lift yourself up, engage the right muscles. Bathtub, great place to try this because you're laying with the buoyancy of water. When you're laying there with your feet towards the faucet end, that's where I learned to do teaser in the 90s. You're laying in there, and then every time I would just kind of float up in the water with my legs up and go back down and float up in the water. Just always practicing and just being really forgiving of your body. So, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.